students. Today it is civics class. What do we learn in civics? We should know how the government functions, what are the rights and duties of citizens, the functions of the executive and judiciary. In today's session, we are going to learn how the state government works. There are three levels in the Indian government: the central government, the state government, and the local self-government. The government works through the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. The president, the parliament, and the Supreme Court are called the law-making bodies. Now, we can study about how the state government works. The governor is the head of the state and an integral part of the state legislature. Do you know who is the governor of Tamil Nadu? Yes, you are correct. Our governor is Sri Banwarilal Purohit. He is appointed by the President of India for a term of 5 years. The President can dismiss him from office, or the governor can resign on his own interest. To be a governor, a person must be a citizen of India and must have completed 35 years of age, and he must not be a member of the parliament or legislature or hold an office of profit. The governor is the chief executive of the state. All decisions are taken in his name. He makes some important appointments such as the chief minister of state, advocate general, chairman, and others. The governor can impose emergency in the state with the approval of the president. The governor is the nominal executive. He acts as an agent of the central government in your state. He is responsible for maintaining relation between the central government and the state government. The governor takes independent decision while exercising discretionary powers. He summons and prorogues the sessions of the state legislature. Summons means to call for and prorogues means to stop. So he has the power to call for or stop the sessions of the state legislature. Money bills can be introduced in the state legislative assembly only with the approval of the governor. The governor may promulgate ordinances when the assembly is not in progress. Promulgate ordinances means to announce the bills. So the governor has the power to announce the bills even when the legislative assembly is not in session. The governor may nominate one member from the Anglo-Indian community and also nominate 1/6 members of the legislative council from among persons who are experts in the fields of science, literature, arts, social service, and cooperative movement. The annual budget of the state government is laid before the legislature with the approval of the governor. The governor must give his assent to all the bills passed in the legislature, including money bills. The contingency fund of the state is also placed at the disposal of the governor. Next, we will learn about the chief minister, his powers and functions. He is the head of the council of ministers of the state. Do you know who is the chief minister of Tamil Nadu? Yes, you are correct. He is Sri Edappadi Palanisamy. The chief minister has no fixed term of office. He remains in office as long as he gets the support of the majority members of the legislative assembly. His resignation means the resignation of the whole council of ministers. The chief minister is the chief administrator of the state. All major decisions of the state government are taken under his leadership. He forms the council of ministers. The chief minister plays an important role in making policies of the state government, and his voice is final in the policy decisions. The Chief Minister supervises the activities of different ministries and advises them accordingly. He also coordinates the activities of different ministries. In India, the state legislature consists of the governor and one or two houses. The upper house is called Legislative Council, lower house is called Legislative Assembly. In Tamil Nadu, we have only Legislative Assembly. At present, only 7 states in India have Legislative Council in their legislature. They are Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Jammu and Kashmir, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The Constitution provides that the total strength of the Legislative Council must not be less than 40 and not more than one-third of the total strength. One-third of its members are elected by the local government bodies and another one-third elected by the members of the Legislative Assembly. 1/12 are graduates, another 1/12 by the teachers of secondary schools, colleges and universities. 1/6 of the members of the Legislative Council are nominated by the governor. The Legislative Council is a permanent house. 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. The members are elected for a term of 6 years. To be a member of the Legislative Council, one must be a citizen of India and should have completed 30 years of age. He cannot be a member of the Legislative Assembly or either of the houses of the Parliament. The chairman is the presiding officer of the Legislative Council. In his absence, the deputy chairman presides over its meetings. Legislative Assembly. The people who make the laws of a state government are called members of the Legislative Assembly, MLA. MLAs are chosen from different constituencies. For the election of MLAs, the entire state is divided into different constituencies and one MLA is chosen from each legislative constituency. To become a member of the Legislative Assembly, a person must be at least 25 years old. The members of the Legislative Assembly are elected directly by the people. Different political parties compete in the election and each party has its own symbol. A Legislative Assembly cannot have more than 500 members and not less than 60 members. The members of the Legislative Assembly are elected for a term of 5 years. The meetings of the Assembly are presided over by the Speaker, who is elected from among the members. In his absence, the Deputy Speaker conducts its meetings. The leader of the majority party in the election is chosen as Chief Minister. In Tamil Nadu, there are 234 legislative constituencies. The party with more than 118 elected candidates are invited by the governor to form the government. Ministers for various departments headed by the Chief Minister is called the state government. The Legislative Assembly meets 2 or 3 times in a year. The main duty of the Legislative Assembly is to make laws for the state. The State Council of Ministers are responsible or answerable to the Assembly for its activities. A money bill can be introduced only in the Assembly. How laws are made in state government. In the Legislative Assembly meetings, MLAs discuss a number of topics like public works, education, law and order and various other problems. The Legislative Assembly makes laws on certain issues. The process of lawmaking is as follows. Step number 1. A bill is presented in the Legislative Assembly. Step number 2. Debates and discussions take place on it. Step number 3. Changes can be made in the bill. Step number 4. If more than half of the MLAs vote in favor of the bill, it is said to be passed. Step number 5. The bill needs to get assent of the governor to become an act. The Legislative Assembly of Tamil Nadu is located at Chennai and it is called the capital of the state. The state government has several lakhs of government employees to execute the laws made by the Legislative Assembly. Collectors, Tahsildars, block development officers, revenue officers, village administrative officers, policemen and others. The High Court stands at the apex of the state judiciary. As per the constitution, there shall be a High Court in each state. In Tamil Nadu, we have a High Court in Chennai and a branch at Madurai. Power and functions of the High Court. The High Court has been empowered to issue writs of habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, quo warranto for the enforcement of the fundamental rights and other purposes. Every High Court has the general power of superintendence over all the lower courts. If your case is pending before a subordinate court, the High Court can take up the case and decide it itself. The High Court controls all the subordinate courts in the state, and like the Supreme Court, the High Court also acts as a court of record. The State High Court consists of a Chief Justice. Justice A.P. Sahi is the Chief Justice of Chennai High Court. The other judges of Chennai High Court are Dr. Justice Vinit Kothari, Justice R. Subbiah, Justice M. Satyanarayanan, Justice N. Kirbakaran and others. The judges are appointed by the President of India. A judge must be a citizen of India. He must have at least 10 years experience as head of the judicial office in the territory of India. He must have at least 10 years experience as an advocate in one or more high courts. A judge of high court holds the office until he completes the age of 62. The High Court enjoys full powers and freedom to act within its jurisdiction, and the Constitution of India safeguards it. And with this, we come to the conclusion of this lesson, children. I hope you understood the lesson well, revise well, and be safe. Thank you.